Well, there are approximately 400 match safes in the exhibit. We gather them from collectors all over the United States. There are collectors all over the world, but we just limited it to collectors in the United States. And then we chose those pieces that we thought would be best for the public to see. In 1826, a chemist in England devised the first friction match. But the problem was if they carried it loosely in their purse or their pocket or something like that, it could dangerously ignite. Eventually, people began to make their own protective cases. What happened, as many things in the Victorian era did, they became enormously decorative. And in various places and in various cultures, they used whatever motifs and designs and cultural things that were important to them to be put on the match safes. So in here you have a variety of match safes from all over the Western and parts of the Eastern world. Probably the ones that most people would be really interested in are the ones by really well-known makers like Faberge and Tiffany. You have pieces that were figural pieces that were made in Germany and Austria, some in England made out of porcelain, bronze, iron, some silver. So you have a huge variety. In Japan, for example, they had unique metalworking technique. They also had 24 varieties of applying enamel to metal. Nobody else came close. Everything in match safes represents what happened from the period of about 1830 to about 1920, once the lighter became ubiquitous, and the Zippo lighter pretty much killed match safes. Most people don't know what match safes are because they're not in use at this particular time. But on the other hand, I would say you probably don't know what button hooks are because you don't use them very much now. And yet there are people who collect button hooks and nutmeg graters and corkscrews and so on. If you look closely at all of these objects, they are small masterpieces of art. And it's the same thing that you learn if you go to the museum. Once you begin to study the painting and understand what went into it and why this portrait is better than that portrait, it's the same sort of thing that happens here. It becomes an enormous learning experience that just grows and grows and grows.